Alright, we're back. And in this episode, the snails that we took out blue water from is going to be processed. Now, a lot of people find it hard to process snail because of the slime. Now, we're going to show you locally how you can process snail and package it in a form that is good enough for the supermarket shelves, the one you love. My name is Pascal Ohora. This is Top 10 Nigeria, and you are on the front row seat. Let's go! Alright, Mr. Det, we are now doing post-production of snails. Now talk us through what is going to happen here.
Well, as you can see, we are done with what we call extraction of blue water.
Yes.
And we are now to process those snails that we extracted the blue water from.
Okay.
And we extract it, and then we will process it and package it, and we now send it to
The customer that ordered
that ordered for the snails.
Okay.
And now, the first thing we normally do is for we to cut.
So let me understand. So customers can actually call you, place order, and ask for processed snail instead of the actual snail in shell.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. You know, we are using, that is why we are also pleading with the investors or maybe the government to come to our aid, because we may not really have the needed funds for we to acquire machines. So what we are doing here, we are using just a local way to process our snails.
Okay.
Now what we are doing is, you see, there is what we call this a spinner. What we need to spin the snail out of the shell.
Okay.
After when you have broken, you have cut the
tip of the
shell off. Now you now use this to screw the snail. Screw it out of the shell.
Oh.
You see?
And just like that, it's out.
It's out. Now you have to take the next one.
Snails are big.
They are not really big. They're not really big
Compared to
other ones.
That you have.
These are baby snails.
Anyway, I remember when you showed us snail
Yes,
that
yes.
is comparable to
These are
the
baby snails.
biggest snail
So
in the
now
world.
you see what we are doing. You screw it from here. Screw it from here, and you bring it out from here. It's as simple as that.
Oh.
You see? You bring it out. Then after that, we will start, cleaning it up.
Okay.
You understand? Also, today was not for slime extraction.
Okay.
But I've also shown you how to extract
Slime
from the snail.
Wow.
But since we were not really our
Focus
today was not that. You understand? We are going to show you how to clean up the snails.
Okay.
You understand? For packaging.
Okay.
So the process is still on now.
Okay. So we're still extracting the snails from the shell.
Yes.
Wow, that was smooth. This smells big for my eye.
You see it as a big snail, but we see it as a baby snail. Because this snail can only weigh like about 300 grams.
Wow.
250 to
300 grams.
And once they have almost about 700 grams, can you see the
wide gap? Yeah, that
so
one.
I'm telling you, this is like a baby snail. It's not even up to 400 grams.
Wow.
And this presently goes for like about 700 naira.
700 naira.
Yes.
Each one of them.
Each one of them goes for like 700.
Oh, that's interesting.
So this is like about 25 pieces between 600 and 700. Okay. This is like about 25 pieces of snow. And that goes for like about 15,000.
Wow.
I'm giving them for 600 naira.
Okay.
But if you go up, it's like about 700.
700. Wow. Oh, this is business. Now you talked about the shell, being used for casual gain. How does it go? Like you grind it and add it to food substances?
Locally, at this being we are using extracting machine,
yes,
processing machine.
Yes.
Processing machine will bring out the shell, the snail from the shell.
Okay.
And now blend the shell.
The shell.
Now, because we are not using that, so what we normally do basically is after when we have extracted the blue water, the snail from the shell. We'll now take the shell, dry it up, and burn it. After burning it, we'll now bring it and we now blend it. Then when we now blend it, is the powder form that we are now using as the calcium for this snail. Yes.
Interesting.
So we are done. Let's just start with because we have some pieces of the shell. So we have to remove them so that we can easily wash them off.
Okay.
We'll do this, but some people will not want to go into this first. Some people will put alum in the water. As they are doing that, they will put it inside the water. But I want you to see the three processes.
Okay, there are three processes
the three processes that is involved in this.
Okay.
Just like I told you, we can use lime, can use gari, then you can use salt.
Okay.
Salt basically is to remove the slime, it's not to cut the slime.
To salt it.
No, it's to remove the slime from the snail.
Okay.
But the gari will be used to cut the slime.
Okay.
While this thing is also used, alum is used to cut the slime completely. Yes.
So the three of them will be used: salt, gari, and alum, for you to have that clean, slimeless snail meat.
Yes. Yes, but you can use slime to cut it completely. I mean, alum to cut it completely.
Okay.
You can also use lime to wash it.
Okay.
You understand? Some people, these are vegetarians.
Yeah.
They will advise you that they don't want you to use alum or any other thing. Use lime to remove the slime from their own snails.
Okay.
You understand? Some people you can cut the slime off completely by using alum.
Okay.
Some people will use gari. But the only one that can cut the slime completely is alum. Yes.
Some people have issues with alum. Like I know I don't know how true it is. I know somebody who has ulcer and says that taking any food that may contain alum is not good for him.
Yes, that is.
So in that case, the person can now use lime.
Use lime
instead of using alum.
Can also use gari.
Okay.
Yes. But I know some people will tell you that, as you are aging, salt is not too good.
Yes.
But even if you are using the salt, you can still wash off the salt. You understand?
Okay.
So, but gari is okay. Gari is okay. Now remove the particles, the shell particles from the smell.
Okay. So this cleaning process we are about to engage in is going to be handled by Christabel Wosu. I'm sure you have seen her somewhere. Cake. Just think of cake and you may have seen her, or go search for some video on my channel. You will see her video about making cake. However, she is also good in this. So she's going to take us through the process of washing the snails, the process in the 3 steps for you to get a slime-free snail for post-production that can be wrapped and packaged for your shelf. Christabel, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Pascal.
So
we're here once again.
Yes.
Something different.
Yeah, something different. And I never imagined that you will also be vast in this kind of production.
Yes, the hustle.
Yes, makes you diversify.
Makes you go, So anyway, this part is just, we've extracted the snails from the shell. We've removed the intestine and all that. It's just to wash away the slime. So that the snail can be fit for consumption.
Yes, because most people that run away from processing snail,
yes,
it's the slime that is their problem.
Yes,
Washing the slime.
They don't like the fact that they have to go through the process of cleaning off a snail. So for those who want to do it themselves, there are various methods you can actually use. Okay. There's the gari method, there's the salt method, and there's the lemon. About 4 of them: lemon method, lemon or lime. Okay. And then we have the alum itself. That's the stone. There's a mineral they call them mineral resources, right?
Yes.
It's called alum. Yes, that one. So about 4 of them. But what we're going to do for you here is about 3. We have the alum, we have the salt, and we have the gari. So we broke about 25 snails, right?
Yes.
So we're just going to take in bits so that we can just do
the
3.
process.
Yes, the 3 process, so that we can all see it. You understand? So this is about 8. I think with that we can do another 8 for something else, and you know, just to show us the example. Okay. So now you can see how slimy it is. Okay.
Move them to the other part.
Okay. You can see how slimy they are.
Yes.
Extremely slimy,
Yes.
right? Now, pardon me, because I'm sure people will say, why did she put her hand in all this gari and all that? Just bear with me, because
we're using it for demonstration.
Yes, so let them not feel that this woman doesn't know. So this is what we're doing now. We're going to take this gari and pour on top of the snail. Okay? Then you start washing it. You can see what I'm doing.
Wow.
You wash. Now as you're washing, you can see that the gari is taking off the slimes, right?
Yes.
So you just do that and wash. So now snails have some parts, like all these parts have slimes in them. So you make sure the gari goes into it. You get what I'm saying? Open it up into 2 like this. Make sure the gari goes into it. So you do this to all of them. There are about 8 snails or 9 in this place. So I'm going to repeat this process that I just explained now on every single snail, to make sure that the snail becomes clean. Now with this, you can see that it's not as slimy.
No, it's not.
Good.
No.
As
slimy as this.
can you
was.
see?
Yes.
Now we're already working on this because it's already cutting off the slimes from the snail.
Yes.
So you do this. So this will be repeated like 2 or 3 times to be sure that you take off every slime from the snail. Okay? Because looking at the gari, you can see that it has solidified already.
Yes.
Like it has formed lumps, which means it has taken what it can take now. So this gari might not be as active again to wash off what you want. So, but you just try and use it to finish up. Then when you are done with this, you now change it. Like
put
another
set
yes,
gari.
to you know, finish it up and all that. So you get. So we're done with that. Right now I'm going to do this. I want to take off all the slime from this container. Now when I do this, we'll now take this gari off. Now we'll do this again. So you can see.
Process is done. Just for it to wash it off.
Wash it out with ordinary water.
Ordinary water, yes.
So that's for the gari. Now for the salt, we put another set of 8, and then the same, almost the same thing. Just pour the salt on it, a whole lot, and repeat the same thing. Do you get? Yeah. Repeat the same thing. Now you can see the slime. Can you see them coming together?
Yes, they're coming.
It has actually removed the slimes. These are all the slime on the snail. Can you see it? Those are slimes. So, can you see?
Now, won't the salt increase the salt content?
No,
of
it will not.
No.
It will not. It will be washed off. You will not even know salt was used on this.
Okay.
Yes. So for people who do not like alum, this is another method.
Alternative.
Yes. So these are the processes. Now this is done. I do the same thing. Remove.
Okay, you don't have to repeat the process.
I will repeat it. That's what I'm saying. But I'm just trying to take it off from this bowl.
Okay.
And then
Salt again.
put another salt. And then wash it again. You can see the slime coming out this time is not that much as the first one, just like what happened with the Gary one. So you just keep repeating it. That's just what you do, and then done. Voila. Like he tried to explain, salt doesn't cut it off the slime completely. So most the Gary and the alum
are very effective, more effective than
the salt. Yes, than the salt. Why would do that? Let's do the alum process then before we clean off that one completely.
Okay.
Now for the alum, we need water.
All right.
For the alum to release its effectiveness, sort of.
Yes.
So this is the alum process, and then it's okay. So, well, some people soak their, like this alum, you can actually have pre-soaked it in water. Okay. For it to, alum actually hardens water.
Yes.
That's what alum does actually, to harden the water, make the water hard. Okay? So some people would have soaked in their alum already in water. So that immediately they put in the snail, the hard water washes away all the slime. Now, we didn't do that because we wanted to show you all the processes. But you can actually do this like you're washing it. Okay. With the alum. Okay? Yeah. Now, with this, you can see that can you see?
Yes, it's clean. As clean as the Gary.
Beautiful. Now you can see, right? So, that's it. So if you don't soak, you just use this on it. Like you're washing plates or something. Can you see? Yes. Just make sure it goes into the holes and everywhere you want them to go into. Okay? So we dump them here because we're going to wash this with alum, right? Yes. So.
Okay, these ones are from the salt batch.
These are from the salt batch. Okay? I've not rinsed it out because we still need to use alum to get it. Like I told you, the salt doesn't break it off as much as that. Yeah. So now see the one from the alum.
Alum is clean already.
Good. So alum does the work better than any other method actually. Yeah. But some people don't like it. So you just use the alternatives.
Well, there are several alternatives already. Gary, salt, lime, and lemon.
Yes. So unfortunately we didn't come with that to show. All you need to do for lime and lemon is extract the water and use it. Or you just cut it into two and use it the way I'm using this alum.
Like a sponge.
Yeah, like a sponge. Finish. That's all you need. Take the water from me. So now we're trying to wash off completely,
Okay. So you're washing the
salt and alum together because we're trying to use the yes. This process might be repeated like twice. Okay. Or 3 times, depending. I think this is the fastest method for me, Sha.
The fastest method you mean?
For me.
With alum?
Yes.
Okay.
For me, I don't know. Someone else, my own, I prefer this alum. It's very fast because it makes the work easy. Immediately you put it in the hard water, before you know it, everything is gone. Do you get?
Yeah.